GamingFreak.com. Hello! Welcome to the Uprising 1.8 initial review. This is my first real look, actually, at 1.8 and what I think. I've had a bit of time to calm down from the initial knee-jerk reactions and whatnot. I think it's a good patch generally. It's a lot of new content in terms of suits, stuff to do for new players, new things to skill into, new dynamics to the gameplay, especially with the cloaking. I think that it takes a while to get used to these patches when they do change quite a lot of stuff like this, because a lot of the dynamics change in the game. And you've just got to kind of work out the best way possible to adapt to it. As many players will say, adapt or die, which is very true. It took me a few days to adapt to the cloaking scout and how to use it and how to look out for them, and basically become violently paranoid about these scouts all the time. But I think I've worked well. Nitro gave me some advice on fitting the scout, the Amar scout, because my fitting initially wasn't so good. But now this new fit that I'm running seems to be working quite nicely for me anyway. I will be bringing this fitting out though in a video, so you guys can see it later, obviously. But as you can see now, I'm using the scout, and yeah, it's been good fun, but definitely taking time to get used to it. I'd say it's a nice look at this glitch, by the way. What is going on? Anyway, but having all the suits is a really awesome thing to have. It makes the game seem more realistic when you see a Galente heavy, and you're like, oh shit, okay, he's not so good with these weapons, but he has natural resist to those weapons. How are we going to take him out, etc. It definitely makes you think a lot more. It's starting to earn that title of the thinking man's shooter, I think, which is good. I think the fit or flavor of the month, whatever you want to call it, I like to call it fit of the month, is cloaking shotgun scouts. They seem to be quite prevalent on Caldari frames or Galente frames, but many people already wanted to go for those anyway. I know people who were saving skill points to go straight into Caldari Scout, regardless of what the bonuses would have been with a shotgun. So, it's interesting in that respect. I personally find this fit of the month really frustrating, because of the major alpha damage of the shotgun, and a lot of times it doesn't seem, having played with the scout as well and with shotgunning, it's quite easy to fit a blueprint shotgun and run up behind people and kill them when they can't see you on their radar or can't see you at all. And I think that's a bit frustrating because of the various tactics. If you're using a sentinel and you're running along and you just have someone come up behind you, cloaked, and shotgun you, you have a bit of time to turn around, but depending on their skills in the shotgun and whatnot, they could be aiming at your head. Also, there's a glitch, which is really annoying with the cloak. If you're hacking, and then whilst you're hacking you choose a weapon, it lets you have that weapon out whilst cloaked, so that you can get at least a couple of shots off. And I think these kind of things are making this fit of the month really annoying for many players, especially with the commando event. You've got commandos running around, and they're a bit slow. They've got their two weapons, quite expensive suits sometimes, as scouts can be as well. But then they get maybe two-shotted very quickly. So I don't know. It's one of those things. But that's the main negative I've found with 1.8. Otherwise, I think it's generally a good patch. Generally good. don't flame it straight away if you don't like it. I was flaming it a bit, but you got to get used to it, and getting used to it will make a bit of difference. Get used to the different play styles, adapt or die, as the the motto goes for Dust. A lot of people seem to love that motto, and it is quite true. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys enjoying it? Is the fit of the month really annoying you? What do you think is your fit of the month? Will it continue to be Scouts, or will Gallente Heavy take hold later? I'm not sure. Let us know what you think. I've been using all 5 suits just to kind of get an idea. One thing I would say with 1.8 is, at least currently, because the Amar frame is not receiving the bonuses on the Assault, that I haven't seen a lot of medium frames actually. I'm seeing a lot of heavy frames and a lot of Scout frames, but not a lot of medium frames, except for the occasional Logi or something like that. I have seen a couple with cloaks, but they didn't do exceptionally well. But it's quite interesting to see how the medium frames have kind of just dropped off the radar, so to speak. But as you can see, the cloaking Scout's quite fun. You can really, if you've got enough time on the cloak, can choose your battles nicely, or when not to fight. Like then I was just choosing not to fight. So it's quite a nice, gives you some nice control. Also with 1.8, we've seen the new sidearms have come out, and I must say the new sidearms have definitely add a new dynamic to the gameplay when you've got the bolt pistol, for example, with a large amount of DPS. That's very interesting, or not DPS, sorry, large alpha damage. I've also got a video coming out showing all of those, so stay tuned, subscribe and you'll get to see that video, where I use all the different sidearms. I'd say the ion pistol is a bit disappointing. I think it's got potential, with if someone is skilled with it, it'll be quite impressive to see that. But just using level 1, the range, from what I've noticed, you definitely need the sharpshooter skill, otherwise you're going to be very close, and you have to land the shots, and obviously in close combat it's very frantic, so an SMG is probably a better choice, a Magsec or the Minmatar one that we have currently. I mean, it could be quite interesting to see someone who's good with the bolt pistol, but I rarely see many kills on the feed with it. I see, sorry, not bolt pistol, ion pistol. I rarely see many kills with it on the feed. I see the occasional one, probably someone just trying it out where they get a kill. But otherwise, the range needed. I think that's another disappointing thing with 1.8. Otherwise, though, pretty good patch in general. I like the new vehicle damage war points. It's quite a nice indication of, those kind of things. One thing I will say with remotes is they don't always seem to be applying damage within the null cannons. That's what I've been noticing. I did a test where I put 3 remotes in a null cannon, sat cloaked to wait for someone to hack it. They didn't get rid of the remotes. I detonated the remotes, and he didn't even take shield damage. So I think that needs to be worked on. I'm not sure why that's happening, if anyone else is experiencing that or if it's just me. It's probably just me, knowing my luck. But yeah. Ultimately, I think this is a pretty good patch. Well done, CCP. It's nice to see this. I'd quite like to see 1.9 be a bug fixing patch, prior to FanFest, and then after FanFest, or even during FanFest, bring out a lot of new shiny things. Perhaps racial vehicle parity, or having all the different vehicles in would be nice, or even all the different weapons. For example, heavy weapons, having all the different Caldari anti-infantry, Minmatar anti-vehicle, and the same for Amar and for Galente. It'd be quite cool to be able to see the suits with their own weapons. It'd be quite nice in that respect. So yeah, good patch, nicely done, CCP. I hope 1.9 is as good or better. If you fixed a load of the bugs, it'd be awesome. That's what I would love to see if any of you are listening, which is quite unlikely, I imagine. But yeah, otherwise a good patch. Hope everyone's enjoying it. If you're not, hang in there. There's a lot to choose from, lots of different suits. It's worth looking at these suits and seeing what might suit your kind of playstyle. So if you haven't already, guys, I'd encourage you to like, favorite, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out and keeps the series going. Also, please leave a comment below with what you'd like to see next, or what kind of videos you'd like me to do. I'm working on all the different suits at the moment and the new weapons and stuff, so you'll definitely be seeing those videos coming out soon. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Bye. Bye.